Hello everyone and welcome to the YouTube channel of Sri Rama Bharati Public School. This is Natasha here and today we will continue with the topic physiographic divisions of India and will further study about the Indian desert, the coastal plains of India and the island groups of India. Till now we have covered the northern mountains called Himalayas, the northern plains and the Indian Peninsular Plateau. We will further cover the Indian desert, coastal plains of India, and island groups of India. These are very short topics and are usually asked in questions like write a short note on any one of them. So, if you will remember important points, you will be able to frame the short note. Let's start with the Indian desert, which is known as the Thar Desert. So Indian desert lies towards the western margin of Aravalli Hills. If you'll have a look at the map, here lies the Aravalli range and to the west of it lies Thar Desert. In geography, we rarely use terms like left, right, above or below. We use certain terms to mention directions and those are north for above, south for below, east for right and west for left. So when I say that the Indian desert lies towards the west of Aravalli ranges, it means that when Aravalli ranges end, to the east of it lies the Thar Desert. It has undulating sandy plains. Since it is a desert, the whole of area is covered with sand and a feature called sand dunes is formed in these areas. Well, sand dune is small hill of sand. Small hill made up of sand, which is a very common feature found in desert areas. And these are not stagnant. They keep on moving due to the wind. This region receives very low rainfall, due to which very low vegetation cover is found here. And examples of vegetation would be cactus, kikar, babool, date palm, etc. Streams appear during rainy season, but they never reach the sea. Now, streams disappear after the rain ends. That is because the percolation rate of water in sand is very high. Water seeps through the sand at very high rate, due to which the streams, the small streams that form during rainy season, they disappear after the rainy season ends. Lune is the only large river in this region. It has arid climate. Arid climate means the climate that has no moisture. Now, Barchan is an important feature of Indian desert. Barchan is nothing but a sand dune which has a crescent shape. Crescent shape, you must have seen moon with a crescent shape. So when this type of shape is formed by a sand dune, it is called Barchans. It is usually asked in a 1-mark question that crescent shaped dunes found in desert are called dash, and the answer would be Barchans. So next comes the coastal plains of India. The coastal plains are narrow coastal strips at the margin of peninsular plateau. In the previous topic, we had studied that the Western Ghats and the Eastern Ghats mark the boundary of the peninsular plateau. So this narrow strip of land present between this Western Ghat and Arabian Sea is called Western Coastal Plain, and the narrow strip of land present between Eastern Ghats and Bay of Bengal is called Eastern Coastal Plains. So these strips along the Arabian Sea on the west and Bay of Bengal on the east. We'll further study about its features. So the Western Coastal Plain is sandwiched between or lies between the Western Ghats and the Arabian Sea, as I just mentioned, whereas the eastern coastal area lies between Eastern Ghats and the Bay of Bengal. It consists of three sections. The western coast is basically divided into three sections, that is the Konkan Plains, Kannada Plains and Malabar Coast. Whereas the eastern coast consists of two sections, the northern Sarkars and the Coromandel Coast. We will try to understand them through a map as well. Now rivers on western coast form estuaries, and here the important rivers are Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and the Kaveri. They form delta on the eastern coasts. Now the main difference between an estuary and a delta is that estuary is an area where salt water of sea mixes with fresh water of rivers. Salt water of sea mixes with fresh water of rivers, whereas delta is a low triangular area of alluvial deposits where a river divides itself before entering sea or an ocean. Estuary is not a fertile area. Agriculture is not possible in estuaries, whereas deltas are fertile lands. So have a look at this map. The region of Maharashtra and Goa forms the Konkan coast. Part of Karnataka forms the Kannada coast, and the part of Kerala state forms the Malabar coast. This is the western coastal plain, and this is the eastern coastal plain. In eastern coastal plains, part of Odisha and Andhra Pradesh forms northern Sarkars. Further, part of Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu forms the Coromandel coast. So through this map, I hope it is clear that the western coast is divided into three sections and the eastern coast is divided into two sections, and which all state fall under which category. Now next comes the island groups of India. There are two main island groups of India, the Andaman and Nicobar Islands in Bay of Bengal and the Lakshadweep group of islands in Arabian Sea. They lie close to the Malabar coast of Kerala. Just now we studied that the portion comprising of the state of Kerala is known as the Malabar coast. So it lies close to the Malabar coast of Kerala. It is composed of coral islands. The origin of Lakshadweep Island is basically coral. These are made up of coral reefs. What are coral reefs? We will further study. These islands were earlier known as Laccadive, Minicoy and Amandivi, and its headquarters are at Kavaratti. Further, Andaman and Nicobar Islands are elongated chain of island in Bay of Bengal. These are mostly volcanic islands. Andaman and Nicobar have a origin as volcanic islands. The group of Andaman and Nicobar Islands is divided into Andaman in north and Nicobar in south, and they have been separated by 10-degree channel. The elevated portion of submarine mountain is called Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So basically it is a part of a chain of mountains that got submerged in Bay of Bengal, and later it emerged as Andaman and Nicobar Islands. It has equatorial climate and has thick forest cover. Rainfall is very high in Andaman and Nicobar Islands, due to which it has very thick forest cover. Now these are some important names of islands found in Lakshadweep. As you can see, Lakshadweep Island is a group of very small islands, out of which only some of them are inhabited. People live only on some of these small islands. So these are basically group of many small islands. Now Pitti Island It is an example of an uninhabited island in Lakshadweep that has a bird sanctuary. Uninhabited means no one lives there. People do not live there, and it has a bird sanctuary. Now, corals, we just discussed that Lakshadweep is made up of coral reefs. So as you can see in this picture, these colorful organisms, they are basically called coral reefs, and they are not living organisms. These are formed by dead corals. When corals die, the skeletons of corals usually form this kind of reef. So these are short-lived microscopic organisms which live in colonies. They always live in groups. They live in colonies, and they always flourish. They always grow in shallow, mud-free and warm waters. They are usually found in warm waters. They secrete calcium carbonate, and their skeleton make up the reefs. They usually get layered up, and when they reach on the surface of water, it usually forms an island. And Lakshadweep is an example of such an island. Now, through that, coral reefs make up the island. When the skeletons get layered up, they lead to the formation of an island. And the most beautiful example of coral reef is Great Barrier Reef of Australia. A similar type of physical feature is formed due to corals, and they are called atolls. When coral reefs reach to the surface of water and form such a shape, such a horseshoe shape, these are called atolls. So atolls are circular or horseshoe shaped coral reefs. So with this, we have completed all the 3 short note questions and even the chapter physiographic divisions of India. So if you'll be able to remember these few points, you'll easily frame your short note answer, and you'll be easily able to answer the question. So that's it for today. Stay healthy, everyone. Stay safe, and see you in next session.